Good morning, friends. In this video, we are going to look at how can we convert Matic to USDT. As you all know, Matic is the token which is the default token of the Polygon network, and USDT is one of the stable coins that people prefer to use for their transactions. Right. So I happen to have a MetaMask wallet, as you can see on my browser. So I'm going to show that to you. So in my MetaMask wallet, I have about 17 Matic. Right. You can see it on the screen. Now I want to convert some of this Matic into USDT. So MetaMask provides a very easy option to do that. It is called as a swap option. I'm going to click the swap button now, right? And it is asking me how much Matic do you want to convert. So let us say for this demonstration, I will use one Matic, right? And then it is asking what token do you need on the other side, as what do you want to swap into. Like it shows me a bunch of options, right? You see these are the various options it comes up with. And since we are on the topic of converting Matic to USDT, I'll select USDT. So as you can see, MetaMask works with different backends to be able to come up with the different codes and then show it to you, right? What are these codes? We'll look at that as we go through the thing. So essentially, you see this is the transaction that we're looking at. We're trying to convert one Matic and we want USDT on the other side. And there are two components here. One is, hey, you will see that there is a gas fee that we need to pay. This gas fee is going to be paid to the Polygon blockchain to be able to record this transaction. Similarly, if in case you see on the screen, you'll see this element here that is 0.047. So the gas fee in this scenario is 0.0946, right? This depends on how is the network. If it is congested, the gas fee is high, low, and all of that. Similarly, if in case you see there is a MetaMask fee of 0.743%, right? So hence both of these fee come in together. If in case I am able to send one Matic, I am expected to receive about 0.9743. So let's go ahead and do this transaction now. As you can see, there is also this thing, a countdown timer that MetaMask shows up, because every 30 seconds it refreshes the codes. So where is MetaMask getting the codes? MetaMask is talking to various other swapping dexes from where it gets the code, and then it is able to show that to us, right? So I'll say swap. Right. So what is happening here is MetaMask is taking the Matic and then getting into one of the DEXs. DEX is a decentralized exchange where this transaction will go through. So as you can see, it is taking some time. And once it is done, we'll be able to see USDT appearing in the wallet. Right. And you might be asking, why is it taking so much time? The idea is all of these transactions are done on a blockchain. So the transactions are submitted to the mempool, and then some of the nodes in the blockchain pick up that and then do the transaction on our behalf. So let us say, okay, it says it is processing. We can also go view the activity, right? You see, this is what is happening in the activity. Now, hold on. Okay, I think here. So this is the swap activity that we're looking at, and it says view on blockchain explorer. So I'm going to click on that, and it is showing, oh, it's success already, right? You see that transfer one Matic has already happened to USDT. Now let us come back onto MetaMask, right? Yep, you see that what was 17 Matic has become 16 Matic. So one USDT has been transferred, one Matic has been transferred out and converted into USDC. Let us give it a second. It takes some time for Matic, the MetaMask to bring up the tokens and then show it back to us, right? Yep. Got it. Okay, fine. That's a good point. And see, the USDT has come in. And how do I know this thing has come in? Because I can see in the activity saying that, hey, this transaction has happened. So we have swapped one Matic to USDT, and we are able to see that here, right? So now you see, we essentially sent one Matic and we received about 0.94, and because there is a fee and all of that stuff. Let us see if there are other opportunities that can help us save and even get a better rate of conversion, right? So let me take you to the world of DEXs. So as we discussed earlier, there is a DEX called as Uniswap, right? Uniswap is one of the largest DEXs which are there in the on the blockchains. It is available on most blockchains. So I'm going to launch this app. It brings us to the Uniswap app. And as you see, it asks me to connect. And since we are on the Polygon chain, first I'll select Polygon chain, right? And then I'm going to say connect wallet. And of course, I'll connect with the same MetaMask wallet that we just saw. You saw that got connected here. And it's able to recognize that I have about 16.7 Matic. Now, what do we want to do? We want to convert one Matic. And what is the token that we need? The token that we need is a USDT token. So as soon as I put that in here, Uniswap is going in the background and trying to tell me how much money can it, how much USDT can it provide us. So as you can see here, on Uniswap, I'm trying to convert one Matic into USDT, and the Uniswap is saying, hey, you know what, Pradeep, if in case you go through this transaction, you'll be able to get about 0.95. If you just recollect, when we did the transaction on MetaMask, I got 0.94. So what gives, right? Anyways, since we are here, what we can also do is let us go look at MetaMask and try and recreate the same transaction there. I'm going to swap, right? So one Matic, and what do we want on the other side? We want USDT, right? And let's review the swap. Right, so MetaMask is now talking to Dexus and it is able to bring in some codes, and let us review the code. So on the right side of the screen on this part, we are having the code coming from MetaMask where I'm trying to convert one Matic to USDT, and MetaMask is saying it will give me 0.94. Whereas on the left side, here we are trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to send one Matic out and converting that into USDT, and Uniswap is giving me a quote of 0.95. Right, so naturally, hey, this is better because Uniswap just provides a better pricing for us. And why is it so? Because in this scenario, there is a fee that MetaMask charges us. As you can see here, it's a 0.0473 sorry, 0.0743% fee on MetaMask, and hence you see there is a small dip. You can say you will get a better deal on Uniswap than on MetaMask. Anyway, we've already done this swap on MetaMask, so this time let us go do the swap on our Uniswap. So we saw the price code 0.957 looks good. Now I'm going to say press on swap, right? So what is happening? It gives me the entire breakup on how this is going to come through, right? I will say, okay, confirm swap. Now it is going to ask me for approval on my MetaMask wallet. So as you can see here, it is asking approval for one Matic, right? And it is saying it will do for the swapping, and the gas fee estimated is this, depending on what the current market conditions are. When I say market conditions, these are the conditions on the Polygon chain. So now we see the transaction has been submitted. Just like we were able to see the transaction in progress on MetaMask, we are also able to see the same thing on our Uniswap as well. I'm going to click on the View on Explorer. It brings up the Polygon Scan blockchain explorer, where we will be able to see the transaction. Right. So just to recollect our memory, this was the transaction that we saw that happened through MetaMask. As you could see, hey, we sent one Matic and then we received like 0.95 of USDT. Now let's look at it here. It takes a few minutes for the transaction to cash up. Yes, now it is caught up. As you can see here, we got the same thing, right? Now you see we got 0.96 worth of USDT, right? And now we are done. You saw that here, it shows me that, hey, we got 0.95723 on the Uniswap. Okay, now let us look at another opportunity. So as you can see, different exchanges provide different rates. So now let's look at how do we make things even easier. I'm going to bring up the obvious app, which also allows people to swap from one token to the other. Right? Let us just bring that up here. Okay, so where is my Zoom? Okay, I'm trying to see where does this thing show up. Okay, let me say stop share here, and I will start bringing up my screen from my mobile where I have my obvious app open. As you can see, this is the obvious app, and then here what I'm choosing is I have a wallet, and then I have some Matic. I have, right, and what do we want to do? We want to convert one Matic, and what do we want to convert that into? We want to convert that into USDT. So I'm going to search for USDT, right? So yeah, we chose USDT. So now what is Obvious doing? Obvious, just like what MetaMask did or what Uniswap did, it is going and talking to various other exchanges out there and coming up with various prices. So as you can see, hey, these are the various prices available. Right. So in this case, hey, we are getting about sorry, 0.9579, and that kind of pricing. So let's say I want to go to this transaction, right? This is somewhat similar to what we got there. I'm saying swipe, and when I say start swap, of course, I need to provide my Face ID. I do that, and then the transaction is being submitted. It will happen in the background. As you can see, what we are doing is we are converting one Matic into USDT, and on the Obvious app, it is using the Dodo exchange in the background, and now the transaction is done. We are able to see that, that was done. And how do you know it is done? I can go into the transaction, and I can see that, hey, you know what? We got this you see that I sent one Matic, and on the other side I received USDT, right? So this is how you are able to do the transaction with the Obvious app. Okay, so friends, I think we discussed three things in today's video. One is that how are we able to convert USDT, sorry, Matic on Polygon into USDT. We did it using three different ways. One way was we essentially went into MetaMask and we tried to do a swap where we put in one Matic and then we wanted it as USDT. We saw the pricing that we got, right? And we saw how the transaction also happened. We got about 0.94 USDT. That is because MetaMask charges some fee, which is a 0.974 as the 0.749 percentage as the fee, right? Similarly, we saw how to do that using Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, and we were able to get a 0.957. So we also did the same thing using Obvious. I will be leaving the links for each one of these tools in the description for you folks to follow through on that. I hope you had a good learning today. Thank you, everyone.